So friends, this week I got 3 really cool knives that I purchased from 3 different places. And I'd like to show them off to you. And along with that, I've laid out some knives from my collection that kind of relate to these 3 knives, so we can talk about why I purchased them and what I like about them, and maybe why you should buy them yourself. Alright, so let me go ahead and take these 2. These 2 are the case knives. Alright, and we're going to start out with this one here. Now, I never heard of this knife before, and it is a Tackray. But I saw it on Amazon, and it had good reviews, and it was only, I think it was right around $34. And I said, you know, what the heck? Let me pull the trigger on that. What's $35? Now, this is a made-in-China knife, and it has D2 steel, though, and it's got some carbon fiber over G10 handle scales. So let's take a look at it. I'm going to tell you something else right now, too. I'm not going to BS you. I've already unboxed all 3 of these knives, and I actually carried them, each one of them, for a full day this week. I actually made some shorts on them, so you might have already seen this. But this one here, this Tacray, like I said, for $35, well, it is a pretty good looking knife. Take a look at it. So it's not solid carbon fiber. It actually has G10, and then it has a layer of carbon fiber on top of it. Okay, it's skeletonized, and it's held together with these Torx bit. Alright, check this out. I want you to see this. Get that focused in on here. Look at the size of those big old bearings in there, huh? Freaking huge, huh? Alright, and in case you can tell, it's an axis lock. So if you noticed, this one has a hole in the blade, kind of like a Spyderco, and it's very handy. It's nice sized, feels pretty good. Let's take a look at this blade. Of course, it's D2 steel. It's about 3.5 inches, and it's a modified, okay, some could call it a sheep's foot, but I think it's a little too sharp in the point to call it a sheep's foot. It's not exactly a Wharncliffe, but I think it's closer to a Wharncliffe than a sheep's foot. So it's kind of its own unique design. Plus it has the hole here, and it's not parallel with the blade, and it's not exactly a straight blade either. But it's a unique blade that I found to be very handy. And also, look how thin it is. This thing is an awesome slicer. This knife, in my opinion, is the perfect box cardboard processing. You know, if you have a job or you open a lot of packages or you need to break down a lot of cardboard, this slicey dicey D2 steel blade, I think, is perfectly suited for it. It's handsome, it's thin, it has a deep carry clip, and they even recessed the screws for that clip. Made it easy to get to. So, $34. Get it on Amazon. Check it out. Sorry for the camera shaking. But not a bad knife. Camera razor sharp too. Okay, so that's the first knife. Alright, let's go ahead and set that one aside, because we're going to want to pick out the second knife. So this is the second knife that came in. This is it here. And if you look at it, this is the Burnt Bright Green Bone Corncob Jib Trapper. Alright, that's got a born on date of 12/3 of 2024. So, fairly new knife. Wasn't made that long ago. And are you ready? Here it is. Okay. That is AKA the lizard skin. Lizard skin pattern from Shepherd Hills. What a beautiful knife that is, huh? They did a nice job on that. Fit and finish on this knife is excellent. Okay. Remember, this has been in my pocket with keys and change for a full day going to work. And here's what's cool about it. Look at that Wharncliffe blade. Alright, now some people, I have one subscriber already comment in the comment section, yeah, I don't like those blades like that. Well, let me tell you, if you don't like this blade, you haven't tried it. You haven't given it a chance, because this is such a great blade shape. Okay? You have a nice strong spine that slowly tapers down. It's got a tip, and it's got a lot of meat behind that tip, so it's very strong. You have that straight cutting edge. So if you need to do any like detail work, you know, or you're doing some real detail cuts, like cutting out a decal, or if you tape something up and you need to trim the tape and do that kind of detail work, well, a blade like this is going to work out a lot better than a blade that's got a belly on it. Now, these Spydercos don't have much belly. It's not the best knife that I pulled out to show you the difference, but I think you get the point. Okay, here's one. Alright, so when you got that belly, you know, you're working around that belly, you got to hold that knife way up there. Where this one here, you can hold the knife further down, and your line of sight can really see what that tip's doing a lot better and do that precise cutting. Okay? And of course, look how pretty that thing is, huh? I know I got it upside down. Look at that. I love it. Alright, so as promised, let me put this Spitfire away real quick. So this knife is part of a collection of those three knives right there. Alright. They have a lot, almost every pattern Shepherd Hills has done in this lizard skin, what they call the lizard skin. But I particularly like these knives here, so I chose not to get all the ones that they offer. This is the small Stockman, right, which is a very nice, handy little knife. I like small knives, and this was a very nice example of a small Stockman. And of course we have the Sodbuster Junior in the lizard skin. As you can see, it doesn't quite have as much of the burnt. It does right there in the middle next to the shield. You know, this side don't have much at all, but they did a great job on this one. I like it. I think it's a great example of the lizard skin. And then we got, hold on, let me get these where I can hold them out here. Then we got the big Panama Trapper. Alright, I think this is the first one I got. This big old Panama Trapper. I know Baxter calls it his pickle. I don't know if you've seen that video. It's a pretty cool video. But I think this is the first one I got. And then I got the Sodbuster Junior. And then the small Stockman. And now I have a Wharncliffe Trapper single blade. So I am very happy to add this little guy right here. And what a handy size that is. Alright, so I got another knife I got out here. Actually, two more knives to compare to this one. And this is a mini trapper. Okay, and it's in the Wharncliffe. And let me tell you, I've talked about this knife before. This is a great knife. I love carrying this knife as a work knife. When I'm not carrying, you know, my Spydercos or my Spitfire or my full-size Sodbusters or any of the other normal carry knives like my Mannix 2 or my Benchmade tagged out. I want to carry something a little lighter. I don't want to weight down my pockets as much. I usually carry this knife, and that's where I learned how handy this Wharncliffe blade is, because I used it for cutting tape and opening boxes and doing detail work, and I fell in love with this blade. And when I saw the full-size trapper in the Wharncliffe come available, it wasn't all about the lizard skin. I first thought about this knife and how I wished it was a little bit bigger, and now you can see the differences between the mini Wharncliffe trapper and the full size. Let's just go ahead and give you some details on that real quick. So, the full size trapper has a 3-inch blade, and it is about 7 1/4 overall, compared to the mini trapper Wharncliffe, which has a 2 5/8 inch blade, and overall it comes to about 6 1/4. Okay, so mini trapper Wharncliffe, full size trapper Wharncliffe, both great knives. Both I will not part with for anything. Maybe a new dirt bike or something, but that'd be about it. Okay, so cool knives, slip joints, nice and snappy. So let's set this over here with that, and that is part of that new collection. And we move that box out of the way. Oh, real quick, Wharncliffes. While we're talking about Wharncliffes, this is my Wharncliffe copper lock, and I really like this one too. So let's just hold that up against the Wharncliffe trapper. Now, this has more of a true Wharncliffe blade. Okay, I can see how it tapers all the way down, and look at that nice nail nick that Case put in that blade. It's just on one side, but it is a good looking nail nick. I think it really sets that knife apart. And of course the copper lock has a lock on the back. That's what makes it different from the copperhead. And I believe that is the Harvest Orange. Okay, so different Wharncliffe. Okay, so this blade here really is, it's leaning towards a sheep's foot as well, but remember, sheep's foot are blunt at the end, and this one's got a point. So blade is parallel for a while, you know, where most traditional Wharncliffes taper all the way down. Okay, but there's the two blades. Okay, I like them both. All right, so there's that one, and let's go ahead and put this away. Now, what you got here, John? Well, this one here, this one is the Autumn Bone Deep Canyon Jig Sodbuster Jr. 6137, born on November 21st, 2024. And once again, it does cause cancer. Alright? And once again, I've already unboxed it. And there she is. Okay? Look at that. Alright? That looks good so far, but look at this. Look how thick those bones are. Huh? How to get this thing focused good here. Alright, now it is a little darker on this side. Alright, that's probably where they burned it or put a different stain on there. I don't know if that's going to wear off a little bit, and we're going to see a little bit more of this. But what really makes that nice, anytime you buy a knife with the Deep Canyon jig, you get those nice thick bone slabs. Alright, and that's why I got these knives out here, because I want to show you the difference. Okay, alright, see the difference in the thickness of these? Okay, quite a bit, huh? Quite a bit. Here's the barnyard jig in the lime green, which is a nice knife. See how the difference in the scales? Let me pull out. I know I have. Hold on. There we go. Here's the, I think this is a Mediterranean blue bone deep canyon jig. This is a gorgeous one here. Look at that jigging, right? See how it matches the jigging on that one? Those will make a nice pair. It's got those big old thick scales, but it's almost looks a little thinner, don't it? Here, let's get both ends together here. Okay. Almost looks a little thinner. Looks like this one's almost a little bit thicker. Let's see if we can get them up here. Wow, look at that. It is thinner. It is thinner. This one had the thickest scales I had until I got this one. And that one's definitely thicker. Not as rounded either. Not as polished. Pretty cool, huh? I sure do think so. Anyway, that's that one. And then the other one I wanted to look at is, I thought maybe it's this one started out with a similar color as the Harvest Orange, and then they maybe took a torch to it or something, but I don't think so. I think this is a totally different dye. But that Harvest Orange with the corncob jig is one nice Sodbuster as well. But once again, thinner. This sucker's got some thick bones on it. The only one I think might be thicker than that, or the same thickness, is one of those stags. I don't have a stag, but from what I see in videos on YouTube, the stags are pretty thick. Maybe somebody can tell me who's got one. Alright. What else we got? We got the purple tribal jig. You can see the jig in there. That looks pretty good, huh? That's a unique jigging, isn't it? But once again, way thinner, way thinner. So, wanted to show you that one. And I did a short on this earlier this week when I first unboxed it, and I called it CV, and somebody corrected me, and immediately I went to the box. I said, wait a minute, it came in the white box, but nope, it's not CV, it's CS, carbon steel. So, my mistake. When I ordered it, I thought it was chrome vanadium, but it's not chrome vanadium. It is $10.95. Well, let me say, this knife came in, and the fit and finish is very nice on it. And the blade had no burrs. It come razor sharp. Real nice tip. Nice even grind down both sides. And very happy with it. You know, people want to complain about case quality, but this knife was only, what, in the $60-some range? $60-some. American made. So tell me, another knife company that is producing something like that, with a blade like that, for $65. There's not. If there is, then I've missed them, and I need to go buy some knives from them, because there is another one. I call it the way I see it, friends. I still say Case is giving us the best bang for the buck on these traditional slip joints. If you want American made. Alright, hey, thanks for watching. Alright, but don't go yet. We need to look at some of the entries for the Christmas contest I have. So I'm giving away, I got I got 4 different knife packages I'm giving away. In order to get entered, you got to email me a picture to my email address, a picture of your favorite knife. So pick whichever one is your favorite knife that you have in your drawer, in your kitchen, in your toolbox, in your truck, whatever, in your pocket. Pull it out, go stand in front of a Christmas tree somewhere and take a good quality picture of it and email it in, because we're going to, Christmas Eve, we're going to put it up in a video, everybody's picture, and everybody's going to vote. And we're going to have 4 different chances to win 4 different knife packages based on how many votes you get for your picture. Alright? So, we only got a few entries so far. Hopefully we'll get some more in this weekend. But let's go ahead and post a few of them right now here at the end of the video, so you can see what kind of competition you got, and see if you don't want to get a picture in of your own knife, or whatever, you know, or tell a friend to get his in. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed my little video. Wasn't real fancy, wasn't a whole lot of skilled workmanship or anything. I just wanted to show off the 3 knives I had, and make sure I told everybody Merry Christmas. So the next video I do is going to be Christmas Eve, showing the Christmas contest entries. Alright? So, y'all stay safe. I know the roads are crazy out there. And try to keep up that Christmas spirit, as stressed out as everybody gets. Alright? Stay safe. Thank you. Friends, just in case you haven't heard, I have a Christmas knife photo contest going on at my YouTube channel, John Clark. And I got 4 knife packages I put together that I'm going to be giving away Christmas Day. And in order to win, check out this video right here on my playlist. It'll tell you what kind of photo you need to send in, and all the rules, and also all the details on exactly what it is I'm giving away. Alright? But you got to make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Okay, so do that first. Let's go ahead and take a look at the current contestants. We got 8 people in the contest so far. Let's try to get a bunch more. And the way this is going to work, as you can see here, each contestant has sent in a picture of their favorite knife in front of the Christmas tree. That's the rules. Favorite knife in front of the Christmas tree. And what we're going to do is on Christmas Eve, I'm going to put together a video that has all the contestants in it. And on that video, in the comments, y'all are going to vote for your favorite knife and select a winner. Okay, we're going to have 4 winners. So there's quite a few chances to win here. All right, but like I said, go check out the video, check out the prize packages. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel in order to win, and go ahead and share it to your friends in case they want to enter the contest too. Thanks for watching.